Welcome to the World as Will channel. Today, we are diving into one of the most controversial and thought-provoking ideas in philosophy. Why did Arthur Schopenhauer say that life is suffering? Was he simply pessimistic? Or did he discover something fundamental about human existence? In this video, we will break down his philosophy step by step and explore what it means for our modern lives. Welcome to the World as Will channel. Today we are diving into one of the most controversial and thought-provoking ideas in philosophy. Why did Arthur Schopenhauer say that life is suffering? Was he simply pessimistic? Or did he discover something fundamental about human existence? In this video, we will break down his philosophy step by step and explore what it means for our modern lives. Have you ever noticed something strange about desire? You want something so badly. You imagine it will change your life. You work for it. You sacrifice for it. And when you finally get it, the satisfaction fades. Soon, a new desire appears. Why are we never truly satisfied? According to Arthur Schopenhauer, this is not a flaw in your personality. It is not weakness. It is the structure of life itself. Schopenhauer believed that suffering is not an accident. It is not something that happens occasionally. It is built into existence. To understand why, we must understand the central idea of his philosophy, the will. He argued that behind everything we see, behind nature, behind human behavior, behind our thoughts, there exists a blind force that drives all things. He called this force the will. This will is not rational. It does not think. It does not choose calmly. It simply pushes. It pushes the plant to grow toward the light. It pushes the animal to hunt and survive. And it pushes human beings to desire, compete, reproduce, and achieve. The will is endless striving. Because we are expressions of this will, we are beings who constantly strive. Think about your own life. You want success. You want love. You want recognition. You want security. You want meaning. Even when one goal is achieved, another immediately replaces it. The movement never stops. Schopenhauer believed this endless wanting is the root of suffering. Why? Because to desire something means you do not have it, and not having what you want creates tension. That tension is suffering. When you want money but lack it, you suffer. When you want someone's love but feel uncertain, you suffer. Desire is lack, and lack hurts. But what happens when you finally obtain what you desired? For a brief moment, there is relief. Notice that word carefully. Relief. Happiness in this view is not a permanent positive state. It is simply the temporary removal of pain. The tension disappears, but only for a short time. After satisfaction comes something unexpected, boredom. Schopenhauer famously said that human life swings like a pendulum between pain and boredom. Pain when we are chasing what we do not have. Boredom when we have it, and no longer feel the excitement of pursuit. When we are bored, we feel empty and restless. That emptiness becomes uncomfortable, and so the mind creates a new desire, a new target, a new dream. This creates a cycle. Desire, struggle, temporary satisfaction, emptiness, new desire. Over and over again. There is no final victory in this system. No ultimate point where the will says enough. It always demands more. Even great success does not silence it. A wealthy person fears losing wealth. A famous person fears losing relevance. A powerful person fears losing control. Success does not end striving. It upgrades it. Schopenhauer extended this idea even to love. He believed romantic love feels sacred and deeply personal. But underneath it, he argued, lies biology. Nature uses attraction as a strategy to ensure reproduction. The intensity of passion is not proof of destiny. It is proof of the strength of the will. You believe you are freely choosing someone because they complete you. But according to Schopenhauer, the species is acting through you. Once the biological purpose is fulfilled, the illusion weakens. What felt eternal becomes fragile. Again, desire reveals itself as a force that used you. This perspective may seem dark, even uncomfortable. But Schopenhauer was not trying to depress humanity. He was trying to describe what he believed to be a universal truth. He observed that even in comfort, human beings remain restless. Even in peace, the mind looks for something more. Modern life makes his theory even more visible. We chase followers. We chase validation. We chase experiences. We chase constant stimulation. Technology has amplified desire. Advertising creates needs we never had. Social media shows us lives that appear better than ours. Comparison becomes constant. With every comparison, a new desire is born. More achievement. More beauty. More status. We are surrounded by comfort, yet anxiety and dissatisfaction remain common. From Schopenhauer's perspective, this is not surprising. Comparison becomes constant. With every comparison, a new desire is born. More achievement, more beauty, more status. We are surrounded by comfort, yet anxiety and dissatisfaction remain common. From Schopenhauer's perspective, this is not surprising. If desire is endless, suffering is endless. But was there any escape? Schopenhauer believed that while we cannot eliminate the will completely, we can quiet it. One path he suggested was art, especially music. In a deep aesthetic experience, we forget ourselves and our desires for a moment. Another path was compassion. When we recognize that every person is driven by the same restless will, we see that everyone suffers. This recognition weakens ego and selfish striving. Compassion creates a different relationship to existence. He was also influenced by Eastern philosophy, especially ideas similar to Buddhism. Reducing desire reduces suffering. Detachment does not mean indifference. It means observing life without being completely controlled by craving. Instead of constantly chasing fulfillment, one can step back and witness the movement of desire. In that distance, there is a kind of quiet freedom. Not perfect happiness, but less suffering. Later, another philosopher, Friedrich Nietzsche, reacted strongly to Schopenhauer. At first he admired him, but later he rejected pessimism and argued that life, even with suffering, should be affirmed. Two different responses to the same reality. So was Schopenhauer too pessimistic, or was he simply honest? Perhaps he was not trying to destroy hope. Perhaps he was trying to free us from illusion. If life is endless wanting, peace may not come from getting everything. It may come from understanding the nature of desire itself. And in that understanding, suffering begins to lose its power.